Hello, and welcome to Development Purgatory.
This is the podcast all about the movies that were never made, the scripts that were never written, and the ideas that never even made it to the page. My name is Daniel Kaka.
And I'm Lexcee Riley.
We are here to talk about toys.
This season is very toy and stop motion.
We're here
heavy.
to talk about stop motion.
Yeah.
We're here to talk about both.
Little kid Dan is like
This is my dream.
his happiest moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, the Venn diagram of like do one for me, do one for the audience is now a full circle.
Dear God.
Circle. Now, before we get started, I wanted to ask you.
No.
Did you play with Legos as a kid? Did you have a Lego set?
I don't know that I would consider it as a child. I feel like when we grew up, it was like girls got Duplo blocks and Barbies and I don't know. There weren't a lot.
Did you get a Polly Pocket?
I did have a Polly Pocket.
Mm-hmm. I had a Mighty Max.
The fuck is that?
The boy Polly Pocket.
Oh, see?
Uh-huh.
I liked building stuff, but I remember being like, oh, there's not a Lego set that I'm thrilled to build. They were very car-based, and now they have princess castles. And not that girls have to play with princess castles and boys have to play with cars. I just happened to be that girl as a child.
Yeah.
I think when we were roommates is probably the most Legos I built, because Friends.
We put together the Friends Central Perk set.
I like a Lego. I just wanted ones that fit my personality.
I recently put together the Shire.
Nice.
Yeah, that was expensive.
That's the other thing. They're incredibly expensive.
They're so expensive.
And then the thing that I remember about the Friends set was that we loved putting it together. We had a great time, but then it was kind of massive. And where do you put that? Once it's done, I don't know that we were like, hey, look at all our Legos. So it was just oh, here it is. So because we're not or at least I'm not a massive Lego person, I don't know what to do with it when I'm done building it.
Mm-hmm. I put the Shire on its own shelf.
Well, duh. Long story longer. No, I did not play with a ton of Legos as a kid.
I remember when I was a kid, we got a lot of Lego sets. We also got a lot of Connects as well. So
now there's a memory.
I remember 1999 because this is when the Phantom Menace came out. I had gotten a pod racer.
Didn't see that until I was 20.
Lego pod racer. It was so cool. Yeah. So whenever I think of the Phantom Menace, that is where my memory goes, is how awesome that Lego set was.
There were really fun Lego sets. I think I'm more into it now than I ever was as a kid.
Mm-hmm. That was a nice trip down memory lane. And now to go down the lane of these advertisements. And we're back. Hopefully all those ads were built carefully. So what we're going to be doing...
Instantly feels like a test.
Is it? No, not really.
Did I study?
You did, in a way.
I did do my homework.
Mm-hmm. We are continuing our journey in stop motion animation to talk about Lego animation, aka Brickfilm.
Oh, that's okay.
Mm-hmm. It was coined by Jason Rowalt. He was the founder of Brickfilms.com, which I highly recommend. It's a lot of amateur animators putting together short films using Legos. It's pretty fun.
I think it's fun to watch, and I think it's very accessible for younger kids to know.
Oh, yeah. Especially now, yeah.
Especially now.
Yeah. The first known brick film that was released in the early 60s was an Lego advertisement in Germany. The ad premiered in German cinemas. Beyond that, there's really not much known about the ad. At the beginning of the ad, it reads Production Central or Centrer or Spa or something. It's really hard to read. It's really... Yeah. Today, you can actually see it featured at the History Collection of Lego House in Billund, Denmark. And the video is also made available on YouTube if you want to check that out. You saw the first advertisement.
I did.
So since this is an advertisement, they wanted to show
There's the flags at the beginning. They
wanted to show how things are made. So everything is kind of put together brick by brick, and you see things grow.
Yes.
So
okay,
you see a boat being built, and then it starts to sail away. Kind of this idea of you're building it, and then after you build it, your imagination takes over.
Yeah. In this one, the thing that I noticed was that it is predating a lot of the things that we've always had. Like the cars don't look like the cars that we have because you actually have to build every little component. There's not all the little helper pieces that we have now. That was what caught my eye. I was like, whoa, you have to be even more creative with this.
Yep. And it was a lot of like basic shapes and pieces that you would put together.
Everything
and,
very square.
and then you'd like kind of make a giraffe out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the first known amateur brick film that was created by Lexcee Hassan and Henrik Hassan. They were both 12 and 10 years old.
Whoa, what?
Mm-hmm. The Danish cousins created a 6-minute short called Journey to the Moon. It depicts the Apollo 17 mission to the moon, and they created it for their grandparents' golden anniversary in 1973, and they used a Super 8 film camera.
It's so good. When the rocket is landing, I guess, they had to use like a firecracker or something. And I was watching it and I was like, oh, this is a cute little stop motion thing. Like obviously Super 8, very dated at this point. And then the like little firework insert went off and I was like, the way that they did it, knowing that it's stop motion, just real impressive.
Yeah.
Like I
really
rewound
good.
it and was like, I know that this isn't the Lego component of the video, but you're also dealing with like plastic. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, I mean, they're using anything at their disposal to make this happen. It doesn't have to be like everything is Lego. It's like they're just using their toys to make a stop motion video.
Mm-hmm. But it told the story really, really well.
Yeah. So since then, other independent brick films have been made, but one that has stood out is called The Magic Portal. It was released in 1989. This is a 16-minute short that was filmed by an Australian filmmaker. His name is Lindsay Flay. The film follows an astronaut on a spaceship who finds and enters a magic portal. On the other side, he encounters strange slug-like creatures who help him evade a two-headed beast, which was made out of an excavator model. The film later breaks the fourth wall when a number of characters escape from the table the film is being shot on, and they use a chute to drive around and continue to escape from the monster, and eventually crashing back into the set, where we see Lindsay himself having to clean up the mess that they made.
My film!
The film was shot from 1985 to 1989 using a Bolex 16mm camera, and it was given financial help of $11,000 from the Australian Film Commission.
That is nightmare fuel, by the way. Like, I know that probably wasn't the original intention, but it loops. Spoiler alert. But then I also see the influence it has on like the Lego movie.
Yeah, it's genuinely impressive. And when it comes to like the facial features of there, you can tell like he had to erase the the face on there, and he used like either a Sharpie or like a dry erase marker.
Paint it back on every time. Yeah.
Yep, just to make that part work.
And the tiny little sound effects.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun to go through, and it was very innovative. Like I said, like them just getting into the shoe and driving around like that. And you can see how long it is taking for him to film it, because as the shoe is like going across the yard, you can see the sun like setting, and like the shadows are just getting longer and longer and longer.
It's a really long journey. It takes a long time for Legos to...
Yeah, but it goes to show you like even for like that short sequence, like it's giving you an idea of like how long it is taking for him to actually have to sit there and go through it and move everything like little by little by little.
Yeah, that's where I want the time lapse of like just the BTS of him by himself being Bugs Bunny and like
But it is really neat that we get to see him as well. Like it crashes in, he's like, oh, my film. It's really funny.
At the end he dumps them out of the shoe, and then it sort of goes back to the beginning, and that's when I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
And that's probably how you feel like when you're doing this, is like it's never gonna end.
No,
you're just on this perpetual loop.
Yeah. So after finishing, Flay sent the film to Lego, who appreciated the film and thanked him with a cease and desist letter.
No way! Yep. For 5 years of your hard work to be like, all right, share this with no one.
Yeah. Flay sent them proof that he had gotten permission from Lego Australia before production began. But that was ignored. There were plans to submit it into multiple film festivals around the world. But the legal actions caused the film to miss multiple deadlines to submit. Eventually, Lego dropped the charges, and the film was made available to be seen. The film was so great and well known that it's been known as like the first brick film ever made. Like no one has ever seen anything like this. And because of its widespread popularity, they're like, oh, you can actually do something with these Legos in film. So like
When
not
did
knowing.
Lego itself start, like as a company?
I debated if I wanted to go down this history or not, just because I feel like that wasn't truly necessary to
I don't think the
my
history
arguing
is,
story.
but I'm just curious about like how long it took for someone to go, hey, I can make a movie out of this.
So it started in 1932.
Dang.
It went through a lot of different evolutions because it first started as wooden blocks. Eventually evolved from there. I think it was like the creator or like the wood shop's son. They got like a plastic mold injection thing, and then they're like,
That'll speed up production a little
yeah,
rather than having to whittle each wooden piece.
yeah. I like briefly went through the history, kind of going back and forth. I was like, do I want to talk about it? Do I not? I don't.
It's got to be a dense history. So
Yeah, for the story of what I'm telling, I don't think it's fully necessary to understand like where Lego itself came from.
No.
But knowing that it started off as like wooden blocks and eventually turned into what it is.
And also it took roughly like 50 years for a film to be made from it.
Yeah. The film became widely popular and would be the top example of what a quality brick film should look like. And the Lego movie actually pays homage in the film because the tube that Emmett goes through to go from the real world into the Lego world, that is actually called the magic portal.
It is, yeah.
Yep. So fast forward to 2001.
A Space Odyssey. Sorry.
With a film called Jack Stone.
Oh my God.
Can do, will do.
Can do, will do, done.
I'm going to have that in my nightmares for the next couple weeks.
That is a 20-minute Lego-produced short film done entirely in CGI with the help of Art World UK to animate it. The film was distributed on videotapes for free to subscribers of Lego Club magazine. The story is framed around a news report all about the heroic actions of Jack Stone. He uses his ability to build new machines out of Lego pieces to help rescue people in danger and stop criminals. Although the early CGI animation is rough, it did kind of set a precedent for what CGI Lego films would look like moving forward.
Toy films, like the Barbie Lego overlap of things is strong.
Now, a lot of us may not be familiar with Jack Stone, but some of us may associate the CGI animation with Lego Star Wars, or like the Lego Star Wars series. There's like a bunch of shorts that were made for Lego Star Wars. And you may notice that they will bend and stretch and act like they were made out of rubber or elastic.
Right.
I guess if you think about the equivalent of like action figures as a reflection to the real person, a real person doesn't move as stiffly as a toy. We can forgive this on the fact that CGI animation technology is still like a new technology. So like, but the fact that like this is the first to like go forward from there. So that is why I had you watch it, is so that
Not
you're
to have nightmare fuel of the faces.
yeah, the
Can do, will
Can
do.
do. It's a rough one to get through, and I think I told you, like, you don't have to watch it at regular speed. You can kind of speed up through there.
I watched it at regular speed. I couldn't remember which one you had given me permission to do that with, and I was like, I'm just going to commit to the bit.
The
and
longest one.
can do, will do.
Can do,
Inscribed on the inside
will
of
do.
my eyelids.
But there is something about that film that I do want you to keep.
A nugget.
Yeah. One, it started off like this kind of animation style, but then the idea is that with Lego, using your imagination to then take other pieces, build something new to like innovate, or like this idea that this video is kind of there to like jumpstart the imaginations of children to be like,
Right.
you can create something
The
new
city
out of
is flooded. It's on fire. It's
Yeah.
da-da-da.
yeah, let's just put the building in a big body of water.
Right. The entire city will flood.
Yep. Back from the ads. So we're going to switch gears to talk about Warner Brothers. In the mid-2000s, WB shut down the Warner Brothers feature animation department after a string of animated movies did poorly in the box office, with the nail in the coffin being Looney Tunes Back in Action.
Hey,
which came out in 2003.
Starring Brendan Fraser and Jenna Elfman.
Brendan Fraser just doing his best.
Jenna Elfman of Dharma and Greg. Two 90s icons.
Yeah, in a 2000s film.
Oh, there it is.
Yep.
I was like, how did we go wrong?
They weren't in the 90s anymore.
Right, we waited a decade.
Any animation at the studio was created for TV or direct-to-video market. The next time that WB dipped their toe into feature animation was with Happy Feet in 2006. Do you remember who directed Happy Feet?
No, I don't know that I even have ever seen it.
You haven't seen Happy Feet?
We were a little old for this one.
Yeah, I think we were. It was a little past our time.
Yeah, I was old enough to not watch it on my own. I was young enough to not be watching children yet.
Oh, I always clock it in my brain who the director of Happy Feet is, just because it's George Miller.
Whoa!
The same director
Of Mad Max?
of Mad Max.
Man's got range.
I know! Yeah, to think like, that's George Miller. You know, the guy who did Babe.
Like Pig in the City?
Uh-huh. That's George Miller, too.
I've got to rethink my entire life.
Uh-huh.
Dancing Penguin. Because Babe was for our generation. La, la, la.
Same guy who did Mad Max Fury Road.
In the George Miller cinematic universe.
He almost did a Justice League movie, too, which you can check out that episode in our backlog. So I love that fact. That's him.
Yeah, my brain's going to be off in George Miller then for a while.
Yeah.
Apologies.
Yep. So, Happy Feet. But WB just merely distributed that film. The studio that was behind it, that was Animal Logic. They were the ones who actually animated.
Why do I know Animal Logic?
Let's see. They did DC League of Super Pets, Peter Rabbit.
There it is. DC Super Pets.
Oh, they helped out on Captain Marvel.
What?
Yeah, they did stuff for Alien Covenant. They did a lot of stuff for like
So they're like a
superhero
VFX
stuff.
company too.
VFX, yeah. Great Gatsby, 300, Happy Feet.
Very specific
Ooh,
look.
They did stuff for The Matrix and Moulin Rouge.
Very specific look.
Yeah.
Like highly saturated look.
In 2008, development for the Lego Movie had begun with Dan Lin and Roy Lee. Lego had already expanded into the video medium, the first being Jack Stone, which we just watched.
Can do, will do.
They did make a series of direct-to-video features with Bionicle.
Oh, I remember Bionicles.
Yeah. And their shorts using the Star Wars and Indiana Jones IP. They also licensed their brand to multiple video games. In fact, the video game studio, which is Traveler's Tale, is the company behind most Lego-based video games.
Now you're talking.
They were then acquired by Warner Brothers in 2007. And after proving how lucrative the Lego brand was, outside of the toys, greenlighting a Lego movie was pretty much a guaranteed yes.
That makes sense.
Yeah. In 2011, Dan Lin worked with Kevin Hageman to help write the story. Warner Brothers also hired Phil Lord and Christopher Miller to write and direct the film. Do you know who Lord and Miller are?
Again, they sound familiar.
Okay. The two had established themselves after their show Clone High and Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
The Flimdilver! Oh, I love Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Spray on shoes.
Yeah. They would later go on to make the 21 Jump Street reboot movies.
What the fork?
The Mitchells and the Machines, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and most recently, Project Hail Mary.
Oh, I really should have known those names.
Yep.
Hold up.
The Cloudy with a Chance of Meatball
The
guys.
Sardine. Like, one, I loved that book as a kid. Honestly, one of the best book-to-film adaptations I've ever seen. Like,
Yeah.
the Flimdilver. They did Project Hail Mary?
Yes, they did. It was
Again.
advertised on the posters, like, from the minds
Of
of...
Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Comes
And
a
Clone
beautiful
High.
space-age story.
Yep.
I guess they hung out with George Miller at some point. We're just like, we just like to pivot.
Yeah.
Talk about range.
Now, to help direct the animation, they got Chris McKay, who's probably best known for his stop-motion work with Robot Chicken. To animate the film, they used the same studio that animated Happy Feet, Animal Logic.
There we go.
That's why I brought them up earlier. And together, they would create the film Lego, The Piece of Resistance.
That is literally the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Please, Wildstein, let me handle this. That idea is just the worst.
That's not the final title.
No,
Okay.
that was... They were like, that is too clunky. We should really rename that
To the Lego Movie.
to the Lego Movie.
I mean, it's a cute title, but yeah, it's a bit of a mouthful.
I mean, I get why they called it the Piece of Resistance, because that,
Oh yeah, 100%.
like, that makes perfect sense.
I agree. I think it's a smart title. It's just, how do you market that?
It's really hard to market, but as far as the story goes, it makes more sense than the Lego Movie. Now, when it came to animating the film, it was important to Lord and Miller that they wanted the look of the film to follow the logic of stop-motion animation seen in prior Brick films. When the trailer dropped, there was a massive online confusion of if the film was actually stop-motion or computer animated. It was indeed mostly CG animated, but the animators at Animal Logic set rules on how the characters could move, which was basically it could only move how the actual toy would move. The knees and the elbows don't bend, and they don't bend or stretch like we've seen in other previous Lego CG animation. They would make an exception by extending or exaggerating bending at the joints, so like at the shoulders or at the neck to help convey emotions.
Right, like his head spins quickly or like...
Or like if they need to like look up, they will just like kind of cheat it so that the head will kind of like come up just a little more.
I need to rewatch that movie. It was a fun time.
Yeah. All the elements need to be made out of Lego pieces like fire, water, smoke, explosions, clouds, and even the mud on the camera lens.
Yeah, that's cool.
The idea is that you could pause the movie at any time, and in theory, you could recreate that frame all at home.
Oh, they're geniuses.
To accurately build the sets, the animators and artists use the Lego Digital Designer, which is actually a program that is free to use to anyone so that you can digitally make anything using every Lego piece that ever existed. A lot of the times, the set pieces were built in real life as a prototype before they were approved and put into the film. It's actually really cool to like watch the behind the scenes because you have a lot of the animators and filmmakers who are like sitting at a table with just like a bunch of Legos, and they're just like actually physically building things together before they're like, okay, this looks really cool, let's put it into the movie.
That's the creative job I want. That's fun. That's how all development should be.
It should be. But yeah. And if you look closely at the bricks in the film, you may notice that there is noticeable wear and tear.
Yes.
And even fingerprints of it being handled. You can actually see on Benny's helmet that it's like cracked. I actually have some of the pictures right here. And I will tell you that Benny was actually modeled after Chris Miller's Spaceman toy that he's had since he was a kid.
That's really cute.
So you can see.
I remember the fingerprint. I don't remember. Oh, there is the crack. I think we saw this in theaters with The Tall Man. And I just remember being like, it was really well done because of the fingerprints and stuff.
Yeah. I mentioned before that the film was mostly in CGI. The only part that was practically animated was the 3-minute end credits, which was done by Stupid Studios.
Come again?
Stupid Studios.
STU?
STOO PID STOO Dios.
Okie doke.
Stupid Studios.
Oh, stupid. I'm
Stupid.
on board.
Which primarily animated for Robot Chicken.
Oh.
Which kind of makes sense now, yeah. The sequence took 3 animators and 2 months to complete.
That's really fast.
Yeah. In some frames, they would have to move up to 150 Lego pieces just for one frame.
That hurts my brain.
It was a smart decision that they made the entire film in CGI. Someone had actually...
Done the math.
Someone did the math. I don't know how they fully calculated it, but if you were to practically animate the Lego movie, they said that it would take over 10 years to do.
It would still not be done.
It would still be in production, and it would be over 15 million Lego pieces.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That's honestly shorter than I thought it would be.
While the film was in production, in 2013, Jeff Robinoff, who is the head of film at WB, figured that it would be best to bring back WB's animation division and rename it Warner Animation Group, or WAG, which
yes. Good
which,
old wag.
whenever you see an animated movie now from Warner Brothers, you'll see the big old wag shield right before the movie starts. Robinoff basically stole the Pixar model of story development and applied it to WAG and created a brain trust with other filmmakers. There was Lord and Miller. Along with other filmmakers, there was the duo Glenn Ficarra and John Requa.
Do you know who that is? Glenn and John?
Yes, because I know where you're getting at with this one. They made I Love You, Philip Morris, Crazy Stupid Love. And obviously, they did the pilot episode of what show?
This Is Us. They did.
And
They're delight.
They are. And they did 6 other episodes of This Is Us.
I was going to say, I know that they did more than one.
Yep. They also brought on Nick Stoller. Do you know what movies he directed?
Didn't he do the Reese Witherspoon, Will Ferrell rom-com?
He may have.
Cordially Invited.
Oh, I think he did.
Was supposed to direct the Kool-Aid movie on the studio.
Oh, yes. But he's also done Forgetting Sarah Marshall, The 5-Year Engagement, Neighbors, Storks, and Bros.
Range.
The Lego Movie was a hit in the box office, making well over $450 million. This whole paragraph is basically for you to nerd out on budget-wise.
Yeah.
So get ready. Buckle your seats.
Let me grab my glasses and my pen and paper.
The budget for the Lego Movie was around $100 million. Now, that included the advertisement. The production only saw about 60 million of that 100. For an animated film, for what seems like a high-status film, the budget actually seems pretty low. Possibly
60 million? I don't know. That seems pretty accurate to me.
Possibly implying that WB didn't have much faith in the film about Lego.
I don't know that I agree with that. I feel like 60 million we're talking about a decade ago.
Yep.
12 years ago. Okay, here's the real producer nerd. If you go back to its release, if you go back to when it was in development, add like a couple more years, we're talking roughly 15 years ago, $60 million for a movie was a lot.
Now, to put into context, here are some other animated movies from 2014.
Yay.
Yeah. Big Hero 6 had a budget of $165 million.
Different studio.
In the box office, they made just over $650 million. How to Train Your Dragon 2, that cost $145 million, and in the box office made over $620 million.
Are all of these figures with marketing attached?
I am not sure.
Because you said it's $100 million for Lego with marketing attached. If marketing is attached to those other films, it's not as big of a disparity as we think it is.
Yeah.
I'm a nerd.
Yep. Mr. Peabody and Sherman movie, that budget was $145 million with a box office of $275 million.
I don't remember that movie at all.
There was the Penguins of Madagascar.
Yeah.
That was $132 million and made just over $370 million in the box office. There's Rio 2. We don't know exactly, but it was either like $100 to $130 million budget. Box office was just under $500 million. Box Trolls and The Book of Life actually had a similar budget to the Lego Movie, but their box office for Box Trolls, they made $108 million, while Book of Life made only $100 million. So from that budget compared to the Lego Movie making $450, just an incredible leap.
That was the box office was 450?
Yes.
Because the budget was 60.
Now, there was a movie that was below all of those, only costing $30 million, and that was The Nut Job. But that one made $120 million in the box office.
See, I'm going through numbers in my head, and being the visual effects nerd that I am, I can't decide if it would cost more money for the specific stop motion, but I'm wondering, like, you can do more with the Lego Movie because you really are regenerating the same shapes over and over again. And so basically you're just putting a different skin on all of these characters. So I actually think this shouldn't have the same budget as the Dragon movie. That's
How to Train Your Dragon 2.
Like How to Train Your Dragon 2 needs that because you're not duplicating anything. Even the dragons all look completely different. It's a savvy producer to go, okay, we're just reduplicating shapes and reskinning them over and over again.
Yeah, and they're using a program that is free. They didn't have to like invent anything.
Right. You don't have to sit and develop. I mean, there obviously is a development process, but it's not the same development of being like, hey, should this dragon have what of these 75 scale options? A Lego head is a Lego head.
Yep. Although you could go into the minute details of just like, does he have a scratch? Is there a fingerprint or
Yes.
something like that? But that, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I wonder, I'm such a dork. I'm like, I bet that they created like scuffs and fingerprints and then could layer those in.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, fascinating.
Yep. The Lego movie paved the way to what would seem like a successful franchise. Obviously, a sequel to the Lego movie had been greenlit, but the Lego movie franchise would continue with what has to be one of my favorite superhero movies, the Lego Batman movie.
You think you're my greatest enemy?
Yes! You're obsessed with me!
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are! Who else drives you to one-up them the way that I do?
Bane.
No, he doesn't.
Superman.
Superman's not a bad guy.
Then I'd say that I don't currently have a bad guy. I am fighting a few different people.
What?
Now, according to Dan Lin, the conceived idea for Lego Batman was it was going to be a family-friendly version of Deadpool.
I can see that.
And when he described the Lego movie, that was supposed to be a family-friendly version of The Matrix.
Whoa.
Which kind of makes sense now. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. To direct was Chris McKay, the guy from Robot Chicken. In an interview with Cartoon Brew, he talked about how he pitched and approached the film. Quote, I'm a big fan of airplane movies, Naked Gun movies, and I wanted to do...
When you said airplane movies, my brain went to like
movies
that
you watch in an airplane. Yep.
not the airplane movies.
He's a big fan of the airplane movies, the Naked Gun movies, and I wanted to do something that was fast and funny as that kind of film. And I also wanted a little bit of heart, find a little bit of earnest, sincere emotions in the Batman story because I knew that was the only unique way into this character. I basically pitched the movie to the studio and said that I wanted to make Jerry Maguire as directed by Michael Mann with a lot of jokes in it. They kind of let me run with that. Researching the movie in my head, I guess I was thinking it was basically taking the Burt Ward Robin and sticking him in the Batmobile with the Zack Snyder Ben Affleck Batman or a Frank Miller Batman and putting these two different energies together. Somebody who's the grumpiest, dark, grittiest, brutest Batman with the most positive kid. In 2019, while promoting the Lego Movie 2, the second part, Chris Miller confirmed that the Lego Batman is from the imagination of Finn and Bianca, the human characters from the Lego Movie,
Oh, cute.
even though they're not shown in the movie. For this film, they also use animal logic, again, to do the animation.
Yeah, at this point, rinse and repeat. Like,
Yeah. In March 2015, it was announced that another Lego spin-off movie was in development, The Billion Brick Race. The plot of the film is heavily inspired by the Cannonball Run, along with other racing films. The tagline of it, it's not about how many bricks you have, it's about what you do with the ones you've got. In July 2016, it was announced that Jason Segel and Drew Pearce were hired to write and direct the film. Now, you know who Jason Segel is.
forgetting Sarah Marshall. How I Met Your Mother.
The Muppets. Yes, we all know who he is.
Over your dead body.
Yes. Drew Pearce, do you know what he has done?
Stuff.
He's done stuff. He wrote Iron Man 3, Mission Impossible, Rogue Nation,
Wow, smack those two together in a room. That's fascinating.
Hotel Artemis, Hobbs and Shaw, the Fast and Furious story.
I liked Hobbs and Shaw, and I will die on that hill.
I love that movie too, but I don't think you love it as much as this other film, The Fall Guy.
Oh, I love the Fall Guy so much. Fall Guy is so underrated.
They also hired a animation director. In August of 2017, Jorge R. Gutierrez was hired to co-direct, but he left about a year later in February 2018. Yeah, he kind of like saw the writing on the wall and was like, if this isn't going to get made, I got to go out because I got to do a lot of other stuff. In December 2019, Gutierrez revealed concept art for the main characters for the film. And from what we can see in the concept art, it looks like the characters were going to race through different Lego worlds, similar to in the Lego movie when they're crashing through different worlds. And we see a bunch of
that's
stuff
cool.
like that. It's really hard to see, and we're going to post it onto our Instagram, Blue Sky, like you can see the concept art here, but like they're like going through canyons. I see one with a castle. They're kind of going through like Middle Earth.
Has Wreck-It Ralph vibes.
Yes, very much like that. There's a like a dragon, like a medieval type world. It's just like a variety of like, what is it that we could include? And I'm sure they're like basing it off the sets that have been made in actual Lego world. Gutierrez. He did confirm that the cancellation of the movie was due to the poor performance. This is years later, so we're going ahead of time right now.
Okay.
Just because all this is taking place like while the other movies are going. The poor performance of the Lego Movie 2 and the Ninjago movie is the reason why they just canceled everything.
Did not realize there was a Ninjago movie, so...
We will discuss the Ninjago movie in just a bit. What I want to do, I'm going to give you the laptop. What I have done is I have listed the actor's name and the character that they were going to play, and below that is the concept art of what that character was going to look like. So tell me who it is, the actor and the character, and kind of describe that.
Okay, so we have a female named Jane Dangerberger with red hair, cool black sunglasses. She has got a biker sort of feel to her. She would have been played by Amy Poehler. Okay, we've got a dude with blue hair. Again, similar biker vibes. Brody Reyes, played by Jason Segel. Cool. I'm sensing a big biker feel to all of these, which is really fun.
I mean, it is like a racing rogues movie.
It's a Cannonball Run. Yeah. Frankie Reyes, to be played by Mina Masood. Awesome. Like blue pigtails, red Rosie the Riveter kind of feel. And then we've got good old Tobin. Tobin has a very vanilla vibe about him. White hair, tan suit, cool guy sunglasses though. Played by Aaron Paul. Tough guy is just Wreck-It Ralph in a suit, who is the FBI director, played by Nicholas Baran. Oh boy. Mr. Wonderful has a not so wonderful tone about him, actually. Got a handlebar stash with some like Evel Knievel outfit, but with abs showing, because that's the most important part.
Very broad-shouldered.
Right, like bigger Lego, not typical. Tough Guy and Mr. Wonderful feel like they have a double Lego going on. Mm-hmm. Dane Cook. And then last but not least is Jane Alabama, who's got a pinstripe suit on, ginger hair, pencil in it, spectacles, played by Adele Exarchopoulos? I'm so sorry.
It's a French last name. She was in Blue is the Warmest Color.
Played by Adele.
Not that Adele.
Not that Adele. But that's really cute.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm an Amy Poehler fan. It's weird to look at a Lego and go, oh yeah, that's Amy Poehler.
Mm-hmm. And this is around the time that she has done Inside Out.
Oh, nice. Yeah, those are fun.
We're going to go a little bit into Ninjago and just kind of explain.
Were you into Ninjago?
No, I was not.
Ninjago was a little past our prime, I feel like.
Definitely was. So, on paper, the Ninjago movie seems like it's a focus group jackpot. The Ninjago product line actually came out of a series called Lego Castle. And this actually started back in 1978. The first set in this line was a medieval yellow castle populated by armed knights. Over time, various types of knights and structures were then added. And in 1993, a more magical element was included when they started introducing dragons, wizards, and other mythical creatures.
I vaguely remember this.
Mm-hmm. And it wasn't until 1998 that ninjas were introduced as part of the series. In 2011, Lego made an official product line known as Ninjago, with a TV show to accompany it. Now, Ninjago, the masters of spin jitsu, ran from 2011 to 2022, and a sequel series, Ninjago Dragons Rising, continues the story. It premiered in 2023 and is actually still going to this day. And as for the sets, there are over 600 of them.
Ninjago's still going?
It's still going. Like I mentioned before, Ninjago with the movie feels like a focus group jackpot.
I agree and disagree. The beauty of the Lego movie, one, I don't know if I've seen two, and then the Batman movie, is they are reminiscent to me of 90s for the whole family movies. There is adult jokes. It's also perfectly set for itty bitties. The thing that I don't see in the Ninjago movie is that like those ones don't feel the same. They definitely feel, and not to keep gendering things, but they feel a little bit like a boy party to me.
It does.
I almost understand why if you would have these big tent poles that everyone's like, I can take the whole family to this, and then this one comes out, you're like, oh, well.
Yeah. But yeah, at the time, it seemed like the perfect option. And there's a big thing. Lego didn't have to share the rights with another IP.
Oh, that's true.
So I think that's a big motivator there. It's like, well, we tried it with other stuff. We did it with Batman. We did it with Warner Brothers and their whole library of stuff that they have. Like, now it's our turn to be like, well, if people are going there for the Lego part, like, why don't we just like go all in and actually do the Lego?
That's why I'm like, why wouldn't you have done the Cannonball Run? Like, to me, that's in the same voice as the other ones, just completely original.
Yeah. And it seemed like they were going to go down that road.
I don't understand the hard left into like our own IP.
I think they were just too scared at that point. They were just
Fair
like,
enough.
we're losing money. We're hemorrhaging money. Like, we can't keep going like this. And
So Ninjagos.
and we just might as well cut our losses. I mean, that decision was after Ninjago had
You're right.
been released.
Yeah.
So in hindsight, they wouldn't have known. So although the film was technically a success in the box office, it raked in over $120 million with a $70 million budget. It was nothing like the Lego movie or Lego Batman. Now we know the Lego movie, I didn't say how much the Lego Batman movie brought in, but that was around $300 million. So well over double.
Batman's always a surefire bet.
Yeah, Batman I consider as like Warner Brothers Rin Tin Tin now. Like, you're not making any money, put out a Batman movie.
Yeah.
Interest in a new big budget Lego movie didn't seem to interest audiences anymore. Even critically, it didn't seem to connect, even though they found it very funny. The spectacle just wasn't there after seeing the Lego movie, and it seems like the film tried to tell a familiar story to the Lego movie, a father and son relationship that seemed to be explored within the universe. From those who follow Ninjago, it seems like they were disappointed in the film. Much of the characters' development seemed to be dismissed, and the characters seemed to be flattened to just a single trope. Which makes sense when you learn that they wanted this movie to fit in more with the Lego universe and not the Ninjago universe. So as if like it's the kids' imagination, not the lore from the show.
Yeah, but have you met children? Like, they understand lore so
They
deeply.
do.
Like,
more so than we did.
oh yeah, no. I'm like, some 7-year-old is like, actually, the Ninjago lore says, and I'm like, cool, I believe you wholeheartedly.
I'm watching the new live action Avatar, and I'm sure Amber's sick of me because I'm just like, actually, every scene.
Every time I see it pop up, I'm like, oh man, I don't want to watch it alone. I actually always enjoy your like, let's push up glasses and have deep commentary on things.
Yep.
I'm like, I just want like the DVD Dan commentary for it.
Yeah. Also, this production, back to Ninjago, seemed to be chaotic. Now, there's no like reported proof of this, but there is like some signs that it was chaotic, considering that there were 9 story by and screenplay credits. Those 9 writers, they're not in a room trying to figure this out. It's usually like, hey, this isn't working. You make a new story. You write a new script. Hey, that's not working. You try and figure it out.
What they need is like 2 adults and 3 kids in a writer's room.
Yeah. Oh, what was it? Holly Berry, when she accepted her Razzie for the Catwoman movie, she's like, I would like to thank all 20 writers.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I wonder how that from, again, the producerial like element of that. It's like, how does that work with the WGA guidelines, and like how does everybody get paid, and 20?
It was a lot, yeah.
Dear God.
It went through a lot of iterations, and you can hear about it in our Catwoman episode. Also, another sign that it may have been chaotic is that they actually pushed the release date a full year later. Originally was going to be September 23rd, 2016. New release date, when it actually came out, September 22nd, 2017.
Wow, that is a full calendar year.
But also, this is my theory, and I think you brought it up as well, is like, for those who watch the Lego movie and Lego Batman, they're familiar with the toys, they're familiar with the IP. And those who just don't know what Ninjago is, they're just not going to go out and see it.
Right.
And thinking back to like me, I didn't see Ninjago in theaters. I eventually watched it streaming because I was like, oh, I mean, I never watched this Lego movie and I liked the other Lego movies. So I do agree. It's like, it was funny. There's the Lloyd joke.
Lloyd? That's right. It's me, your son. And it's Lloyd, Dad.
No. Lloyd. I named you.
You ruined my life.
How could I ruin your life? I wasn't even there.
It's interesting to me when you were saying they wanted it to fit into like the Lego universe more and less of the Ninjago universe. Mm-hmm. If you want people to care about anything, give them lore, like give them character.
Respect
the fandom.
Yeah, respect the fandom, respect the material.
Yeah, so in my head, I'm like, okay, if you really wanted to build your own brand, Ninjago already did half the work for you, like commit to the bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm mildly curious about Ninjago now.
Go check it out if you want to.
Or just watch the Lego movie again.
Or just watch the Lego movie because...
Unikitty.
Or the best Batman movie ever made.
I actually do agree with that statement.
There are many producers of Batman who would agree with you.
Oh, I'm sure.
So my theory seems to stand when WB put out a Unikitty TV series.
Unikitty!
Yeah, it was actually pretty popular. Came out in 2017, had over 100 episodes.
You know why? Unikitty.
It's Unikitty.
Universal to children.
Yes. But also, Lego and WB figured that it was time to get the gang back together and do Lego Movie 2, the second part.
Emmett is the sweetest, most optimistic guy you could ever meet. And I know those qualities are not useful anymore, and that Emmett isn't changing with the times and lacks a killer instinct and in general just isn't tough enough.
Not tough enough?
Yeah.
Which is actually a great name for it.
Yeah. My brain was like the second brick, but like
the second part
makes sense.
Yeah. They wanted to bring back the original directors, Lord and Miller, but since the first movie, they got a little bit busy.
A wee bit.
Doing projects like 22 Jump Street and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and a Han Solo movie that we don't need to talk about right now and might be a future episode of the podcast.
Oh, I thought we were talking about the Mother of Dragons Han Solo movie, but no.
We'll deal with that later. Since they were stretched so thin, they only agreed to produce and help write the script.
Only in my spare time.
To direct was Chris McKay, but he was already preoccupied directing Lego Batman. Next in line was Rob Schrab, creator of Scud, the Disposable Assassin. He is Dan Harmon's writing partner. He directed many episodes of Community, and he directed the Lego Movie 4D, a new adventure. So he was perfect for directing the new Lego movie.
I didn't know there was a Lego Movie 4D.
It's like when you go to Universal and they have like the Kung Fu Dragon 4D.
On board.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's like that. They went through several rewrites with Lord and Miller and multiple writers. Eventually, Schrab left the project in 2017 for creative differences.
Insert generic answer here.
Yeah. Next to direct was Mike Mitchell. He directed one of your favorite movies, Sky High. He did Shrek Forever After, Alvin and the Chipmunks, Chipwrecked, and Trolls.
Excuse me. Out of that list, I don't know what Sky High is.
You don't know? What?
Okay.
What?
Hang on. Before you get all judgy pants. Around the time of Sky High, there was a similar movie called like High School in the Air or something. It's not right, but they had a very similar title because that doesn't have Courtney Cox in it. Courtney Cox is in the similar movie.
Oh, I thought you... I know.
Really? I'm not a Sky High girl. Of that list,
What?
though, give me Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Chipwrecked.
Every time.
Okay. Anyway, Dan Lin.
Chipwrecked?
No, he's the one who started the whole Lego movie.
All right, back it up.
rigmarole. Yep. He stepped in and he wanted the film to have some musical numbers. You know, since Disney was finding success in their animated musicals such as Tangled, Frozen, and Moana.
Listen.
Oh no, are we in a musical?
Yep, get ready.
Hello friends, my name is Queen, whatever I wanna be. Don't worry, I'm totally not one of those evil queens you've read about in fairy tales or seen in the movies. And there's no reason at all to be suspicious of me.
This film, like Ninjago, also had to push their release date again a year later from May 26, 2017 to May 18th, 2018.
Okay, but May is a good month for movies. It's the beginning of summer blockbusters.
Yeah, but then they had to push it again to February 8th, 2019.
Dig a hole.
Regardless of the delays, this might have been a blessing in disguise because around this time, Lord and Miller were actually just raking in all of the awards for Spider-Verse. Now there's another Lord and Miller animated movies with characters that we love. There's no way this is going to fail, right?
I mean, to be fair, yeah, there's no way.
Well, the movie was released and it made just under $200 million.
What was the original budget?
The budget was increased to $99 million.
Oh,
So it was considered a bomb. So what was it? Did the animation that wowed audiences 5 years before seem unimpressive or expected now? It might be that the reviews stated that this is just more of the same. And in many ways, the first film was just flat out better than the sequel. So just don't bother with this one. I think, my theory brain, it might have been fatigue of animated movies based on established IP. Between the first and second Lego movie, we had a Playmobil movie, the Peanuts movie, Angry Birds, Captain Underpants, Smurfs, My Little Pony, and the Emoji movie.
I was going to say it's the Emoji Movie.
The Emoji movie kind of ruined a lot of things.
Okay, now that we're talking about it, I don't think I've seen Lego Movie 2. I don't know what the plot is.
I don't remember it either. I watched Lego Movie 2 in theaters. I don't remember what happened.
Ruh-roh, that's a big problem. If we don't remember, I'm like, was it a continuation of the first one?
Kind of, yeah. I know they go into like the sister's room.
Nope.
And then it's her toys that they have to play with now.
Aw, damn it.
Yeah.
Now I want to watch it because I'm like, what was it?
So yeah, movies just start to feel unoriginal in late stage capitalism.
Shocker.
And this seemed like the beginning of the end. To back it up just a little bit, because this came out in 2019. December 2018, it was announced that they were going to make a Lego Batman sequel and that Chris McKay would be back to direct. To write the script was Michael Waldron. He was the creator of Loki, and he helped write all the episodes, I believe. He did write one episode for Rick and Morty, and he wrote Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Hey, that was my clue.
Yep. To co-write with him was Dan Harmon.
You said they were partners or something?
Yep,
now?
they were
Okay.
partners.
That's crazy to me that like Dan Harmon of Community and like Loki.
I mean, Dan Harmon did help out with some Marvel stuff. I know that when it came to the first Doctor Strange movie, I believe he came in to help like rewrite.
Fascinating.
You know, at the part where they have to like rewind time and Doctor Strange puts whatever that god is like into a time loop?
Yes.
That's Dan Harmon.
Got it.
That's his rewrites. In an interview with Collider, McKay described vaguely what the film was going to be about. Quote, Dan and Waldron had the first draft of the script and it was really great. It was truly epic, both from an action standpoint and from a story standpoint. The structure was Godfather Part 2, a story about Batman's relationship to the Justice League and Superman, now as well as the formative moments of the Justice League and Batman's relationship to Superman then. The film was about friendship and change, and it was about how hard it is to change, to commit to change, to stay on the new road you've carved out for yourself, especially when maybe you weren't such a good guy to your friends. Your old friends might not be able to see the new you. They might not still live in the past. But as the movie and Robin finds out, the past might be more complicated than it seems. We had a lot of great voice actors from the Lego movie and Lego Batman. The villain was going to be Lex Luthor and OMAC. So I don't know if you know who OMAC is.
Sure don't.
So OMAC, the observational metahuman activity construct. So basically it was like the satellite that Batman had constructed to like help surveillance anyone with like superhumans. Oh. But also it had a database in there of like every single person's weakness. So that if any one of them steps out of line, Batman can take him down.
Woof.
And imagine what happens if that malfunctions.
No thanks.
Yeah. I think it was Justice League Doom. It's a straight-to-video animated feature that DC did, where basically that was the premise of the movie, was like OMAC is going haywire in what's going on. It's really neat. I like that concept. More from the interview. There's more, of course. Lots of Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Lois Lane. There's also going to be a big crossover at one point in the movie that only one can do in a Lego movie. I'm sure they're going to bring in like some other WB like property to like go into there with them. A page of the script was leaked by Michael Waldron that reads, Lego Super Friends, based on the Lego Batman movie, based on the Lego movie, based on the Lego line of toys, which were probably based on Lincoln Logs.
Amazing.
Also based on DC comic book characters such as Batman, Superman, Aquaman, the Wonder Twins. Also loosely based on Boogie Nights. Based on the cartoon Super Friends. Based on an original idea by Dan Harmon and Michael Waldron.
That's pretty great. That's
Yeah.
a lot of based-ons.
Yep. Just like with Billy and Brick Race, the underperformance of Ninjago and Lego Movie 2 spooked WB to pull the plug and cut their losses. Now, is this the end of the Lego movies?
No.
With WB, most likely, yes.
Wait. But we also had, am I stealing from your notes now?
Oh.
The Pharrell piece by piece, right? Brick by brick?
Let me explain.
Right.
I like that you're ahead. You're thinking about this and you're just like,
Yeah, it's not fun when someone steals your notes, is it?
I love it. For the Lego Group, which is the production company that's in charge of the Lego Movie franchise, they signed a 5-year deal with Universal Studios.
Oh, right. It did pivot.
The same deal they signed with WB. If you remember, in 2024, they released a Pharrell Williams biopic, Piece by Piece.
Hey, Pharrell.
Hey, how you doing, man? You know what'd be cool is if we told my story with Lego pieces.
Seriously?
Yes.
Lego.
In the latest news, Universal and Lego Group announced that they were working on 5 new Lego films under the deal. I know right now they're doing a TV series, which is Jurassic Park. Now, although the Super Friends movie does not have a chance because the IP is all owned by Warner Brothers, Billy and Brick Race does still have a chance. That is not tied to any IP. And
That's true.
you could use the worlds that Universal owns. Essentially, you could just like rework the script.
Like, honestly, there's so much. Oh my God, just take the Universal tram. Like, let that be your mode of transportation and then just jump through each, like, world.
I have 2 guesses as to which Lego movies might actually happen.
Ooh.
And I want to give you a chance to also guess what you think Universal is going to do with the Lego property. What IP would they use in Legofy it?
I mean, what do I want them to do or what do I think they'll do?
Let's do a want and a prediction.
Okay, we know my want is going to be the monsters.
That was actually one of my predictions, is that they're going to do Universal Monsters.
Oh, please. Every monster movie ever. That's the dark universe.
Yep.
Legitimately, also, that's cute for children's toys.
Yeah.
There are not monster Legos yet. Or maybe there are and I just don't know them. But that's how you get me to spend money on Legos.
Yes.
That's what I would want them to do, 100%. If they're going to go off big IP, probably Fast and the Furious. Oh, that's a fun way to take that Cannonball
Billy.
Run movie and keep it in your own lore.
Billy and Brick
here,
Race.
your family.
Oh, so good.
Honestly, now that I've said it out loud too, I just think like I want the tram to be the movie. Like you go take the studio tour, but then you actually wind up, instead of going on like a normal studio tour, something magical happens and then you go to the world of movies.
Yeah. My want, you already said, which was the Universal Monsters. My prediction, it'll make you groan,
Oh God.
but I know it's going to happen. Lego Minions.
I have no words. Honestly, you're correct.
Uh-huh.
You're so right. It hurts. I don't hate the Minions. I just don't love them like the rest of the world. I did read a thing, and I don't know how true it is, but the creator of Minions said that all of the Minions are men.
They are.
Like women would never do anything that silly. My heart grew a little bit towards the Minions.
Yep. They also revealed that they were frozen in a cave during the time of Hitler and Mussolini. How convenient.
Maybe I gotta rewatch the Minions.
Yep.
Oh my God, you're so right. And I like, I'm not even mad. Like, I'm mad at myself for not like guessing it.
And like, now's the perfect time to watch the Minions because Minions and Monsters just came out.
But it's not like actual monsters, which makes me sad. It's like some orange goo.
I believe they put in some Universal Monsters.
If they didn't, huge mistake.
Huge mistake. That is where the Lego Group, Lego Movies, that is where it's at right now.
Dan and I are available to write the sequel.
We are available to write the sequel. I was trying to figure out how to end this episode, and I think I found where it is.
Minions?
Yes, Minions. What I want to end the episode with is an unsung hero that I believe made the original Lego movie what it was and why we connect with it.
Jack Stone! I had to.
Can do, will do.
do.
Her name is Lindsay Doran. She is a script doctor. For those who don't know, they're a consultant, basically. Whenever a studio, a production just can't make the story work, they're going to go out and
They
do so.
come in and perform writer's surgery.
There was a famous actress who used to be a script doctor, especially throughout like the 90s, I believe. Carrie Fisher was a script doctor. If anyone's having trouble with the story, they're the ones who try to make it work. For Lindsay Doran, the philosophy that she teaches is that the best films are those who define the relationship at the end of the movie. And she helped Phil Lord and Chris Miller structure the film and added what is probably the most important part of the film. Prior to her involvement, the film was going to take place solely in the Lego universe. And her crucial suggestion was to take the film out of the world and focus on the father and son relationship. Take the differences of play and structure and find a way to mend that relationship. She found the soul in a soulless toy. And when we see the small details of those toys, like scratches and fingerprints and worn edges, we register that that toy has been played with, that those toys are a vessel of someone's imagination, of someone's magic portal.
I was going to make a joke and then you just ended there. Yeah, I mean, yep, no, I have nothing.
And now for our favorite part of the episode, our recommendations, where we tell you what we watched and tell you what you need to watch.
I am going to get ahead of the curve this week.
Ooh.
And I'm going to recommend something that on a technicality I haven't seen in this format, but I have seen it. And so opening on July 24th is Hadestown, the musical.
Ooh.
They're like professional recording of it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's really
Hadestown
cool.
is the story of Orpheus and Eurydice as a musical. This was the first Broadway musical I ever got to see in New York City. I have been a big fan of the Orpheus and Eurydice myth for a long time. I was in the play Eurydice by Sarah Ruhl when I was in college, or I guess a scene from it. I just think it's a really good myth and very timeless. And then the musical is perfect. And fun fact about the musical, if you've ever seen a teeny tiny little show called This Is Us with Chris Sullivan, who was Toby on This Is Us, he actually was in the very original recording as Hermes. Like, did not follow through to the Broadway release. He's an amazing singer. And I was like watching one of the very early recordings and I was like, oh my God, Toby! But Hadestown is great. It is really emotional and very timely. And I think the story is something that we all sort of need to listen to. I'm very excited to go to the movie theater to see the musical theater for Hadestown on
Get
July
to see the
24th.
stage on the big screen.
Yep, how it was intended. Much like visual podcasts.
Yeah. My recommendation.
I guess it's going to fit the theme.
It actually will.
Damn it!
Transformers 1.
With Shia LaBeouf?
No, this is Sans Shia.
Is this a stop motion Transformers I don't know about?
It is not a stop motion. I almost went down that road, but I do have my reasons. Transformers 1. This came out in 2024.
Transformers
It is a
1.
completely animated movie, CG animated movie.
Oh, with ScarJo.
And this is kind of like before the events of the Transformers taking place on Earth. This takes place on their original planet that they're from, Cybertron. And I know, like, saying the names out loud is very silly, but
Oh, Brian Tyree Henry is Megatron?
it's really
Sick.
well cast. Keegan-Michael Key is Bumblebee. I know they don't actually say Bumblebee in the movie. He's just known as B. And
Fair enough.
he is amazing.
Oh, directed by Josh Cooley, who
Yeah.
also did Toy Story 4.
Yes, he did.
And Toy Story of Terror. Full circle.
It was actually really good. I was surprised because I feel like we have this fatigue of like the Michael Bay Transformer movies with Shia and whatever.
Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, and having like the human cast. Like this is only the cast of Transformers. And it goes through the origin story of like Megatron and Optimus Prime back when they were friends. They were much younger, and kind of like how they get their powers. You actually get to see them transform for the first time, which is actually really funny.
Oh, that's cute.
Bumblebee, he transforms into like the yellow car, but he's like, I don't have any wheels. So you see his arms sticking out and he's like trying to like waddle like down.
I remember seeing the trailer for this and being like, it actually looks really cute.
It is better than it should be. So if you're looking for a movie that's based on a toy, definitely check out Transformers 1.
Oh, there's your through line.
And you can find us on our social media pages on TikTok and Instagram. We are at Development Purgatory.
With the exception of
Blue Sky, which we are Dev Purgatory. There we are going to be putting up a lot of concept art for the Lego movie or the unmade Lego movies, which you definitely remember.
the unmade Lego movie.
The unmade Lego movies. We're going to put up concept art on there. You
Oh,
get to check it out there. It's going to be a lot of fun. And you can help support this podcast by subscribing to our Patreon. There you can get ad-free episodes of every episode that we've done, even the ones that included David. David. If you can't support us there, that's completely understandable. There are other ways that you can support us. You can rate and review the podcast on your podcatcher of choice, and you can just tell your friends, tell your family,
tell your enemies,
tell anyone who will listen to you, hey, listen to this podcast. And they're like, what's a podcast? And they're like, well, it's like
if
radio.
You go to YouTube.
Yeah, and we'll sign off by saying
can do, will do.
Can do, will do.
Done.